Alright guys, welcome back to another Warframe video. So in the last video, we did another one of the story missions, the Jordas Precept, which, probably all told, if I'm being honest, was not my favorite story mission I've done to date. The story itself was fine. It was just way too much downtime in between steps of trying to actually go through the process of the mission, waiting 8 hours at a time for various crafting components more than once in the middle of the mission. And for my money, that just breaks it up a bit. It just doesn't feel seamless. It's so disjunct. It's not as enjoyable as jumping into a story where, you know, you go from one step to the next. Maybe it takes an hour, hour and a half. But nonetheless, that's the last video. So my goal was to use Titania for a bit, so we're going to be playing around with her today, and what I have yet to do is check out this Twin Stubbas secondary that I got for taking down my Kuva lich a couple videos ago. So we've got this roller tack Twin Stubbas. I haven't done anything with it yet. It pops in with 11 out of 11 capacity. Since this is a secondary, we obviously need to grab our Hornet Strike first. That will still leave me with some points here. You know, this one's not maxed either. These points to get them all the way up cost so much. So, you know, it comes with a little bit of impact puncture slash. Don't really care about any of that, but we're going to need at least one more point to get some form of, you know, be it convulsion or be it infected or something of that nature on there. So for the immediate here and now, we're just going to leave Hornet Strike on it. And in lieu of taking these into Sanctuary Onslaught, what I want to try to do is see if I can finally get my hands on the LAD-V coordinate. Let me go back to the Foundry, because I've done a few runs, but I've yet to have any luck on this thing dropping. And I know it can drop from Infested Outbreaks. I just want to see what's the name of that key. It's got a very clear icon on it. It's kind of hot pink, red, pink, purple. Mutalist LAD-V Assassinate. So we need a Mutalist LAD-V coordinate. And it says, acquired from Infestation Outbreaks and Deimos. Now, Deimos, I don't have the first clue what you would have to do. But if we jump up to the invasions, there is currently an Infested Outbreak. And you can look down on the left and see it does say Mutalist LAD-V coordinate Hades. So I don't know if that drops if we get taken into Hades versus Narcissus. But it looks like maybe it rotates, so just keep running it. So that's where I'm going to start today. We're going to have the Twin Stubbas on to try to get a little XP worked up on that in the background while we pop into this Infested Outbreak. So my goal is to try to secure this coordinate, and then I guess we'll see how long it takes to actually craft the key, and then we can attempt to do the Mutalist LAD-V mission node. Okay, so it's giving us option Narcissus or Hades. Hades is the option. Battle Pay, Mutalist, LAD-V, Nav Coordinate. Tells us there's 2 open squads. 0 of 3. It's a forward assassination. Okay. So let's just go for... yep, it has to be the invasion version. And... yep. Side with the corpus, yeah, that's fine. So, and since the last thing we did was Jordas Precept, where we were fighting Infested, I still have my Expel or Smite Infested or whatever it's called.
Shrieks if you wish to stay alive. Target spotted. Stay sharp. S1 is full.
Don't know if I can get there through here. No, I'll have to go back the other way.
Assassination contract complete. Great work, Tenno. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Yeah, I did so much. Yeah. All right, guys. So I ran the Infested Outbreak invasion up here a few more times, and if I hover over, you'll see it says 5 of 3. But as I drilled in and I was just dotting I's, crossing T's, you can see it's now completed. And then there's this little information icon down here, and it does tell you that it's awarded after the invasion has ended, and it'll be sent to the inbox. So I'm guessing this is kind of on a timer. Eventually that specific invasion will end, and then I will get awarded with that Alad V key. That's my hope. But on the heels of the Jordas Precept, that also opened up this mission node. Now, we already did the Jordas Golem, but being that it's now an uncompleted regular mission node, that I do want to do. But before I pop right into that, I want to make sure that my armaments for my Archwing are boosted as high as they can go. So I'm just going to take a quick second. We're going to jump over here to the Archwing, and we're going to check out upgrades. I've played around with the Archwing a little bit, you know, on some various missions here or there. Health is always nice. Ability range, I guess. Shield capacity or armor. I guess I could technically throw on some shield capacity, not that it's really lacking. I mean, health isn't really lacking either. Armor would probably be the next most useful, but I'm 1 point shy of being able to do that. So I'm going to skip the Archwing itself. Let's just check the weapons. All right, I've got impact. And damage. So the damage is maxed out. That's the most important mod. That's maxed out. Mag capacity, I mean, it's already huge. I'm not worried about that. Charge rate. So we could actually line... I think I'm going to take impact off. I'm going to put a heat modifier on. And then we've also got this crit. It's already got, you know, a decent chance. That'll boost the multipliers. So I'm going to take this combustion rounds. I'm going to bump that one. I don't know when and where I got these new mods, because it hasn't been that long since I last looked at the Archwing loadout. But that'll definitely help the cause a little bit. And then let's also check the Veritux. I've got a melee damage mod on it, and that's the only thing I've got so far. We could add Poisonous Sting. It doesn't have a very high crit chance. Looks like the highest proc is Slash. So we could go... I guess Poisonous Sting. If we could get Toxin above Slash. I think for the time being on this, it might make sense just to boost base melee damage up first. What's that going to cost? 320? I don't want to go nuts on this, because I have some other used more often mods that are just a bit more critical than the Archwing, but let's give it some love while we're here. So we'll come back to that. Obviously, you know, short of just grinding a bunch of Archwing, it does take a while to rank up, because there's not a ton of areas where you're using this. But at any rate, that's a couple quick updates, and you can see I do have the Twin Stubbas. It is now up to 7. I had forgotten that I hadn't quite finished the Lecta, which I did finish, and it just threw in the Fragger. I'm not actually using the Fragger. I don't have any other melees ready to go, really, other than the Xoris. I guess I could slot that on, though. You know what? let's just, I mean, it's got this unique trait, but I'm not necessarily certain that that trait is going to mean all that much here. So we've got a max pressure point on it. We've got a nearly maxed fever strike on it with only 2 points to spare. I guess I'll leave that on in the background. This is going to be my melee for the time being. And this lovely Bratton. Bratton's still here. I mean, I don't have that much I could really do with this. It's a basic Bratton. It's, you know, it is what it is. Any of these multi-shots or anything that I could throw in there, I guess I could technically, if I had one additional point, pop on Shred. That's a new mod that I got recently while I was grinding for... was in the middle of Jordas Precept. I needed Argon crystals, and this dropped while I was just back-to-back running missions in the Void. And this is one I feel like people mentioned in my comments is a pretty good one. It gives you a fire rate plus punch through, which is nice. But obviously, that's more points than I could spend on this in its current state either. So for the here and now, that's what we're rolling. Xoris that we need to rank up, a Bratton that's getting close, and a brand new Kuva Twin Stubbas. So I guess what I might do is finally hop over into Sanctuary Onslaught. And we're just going to see if we can get some levels over there for a little bit on any of this gear. And then we're going to come back. And then we'll jump into the Jordas Precept.
This is a stress test. Destroy all specimens as quickly as
Oh yeah, I'm running solo. That's okay. This thing does hit pretty hard, even for rank 3. I mean, it's basically a brand new... Alright. Okay, we've got this guy over here. Our efficiency is low. Obviously, I'm the only one in here. That's okay. I'm not worried about it.
I have opened a new data conduit. Proceed immediately.
I can't imagine that I'm going to get beyond this second tier. That's all right. In lieu of backing out, I figured I'd just roll with it. Okay. got a little tomfoolery in here. Tell you what, this thing really hits hard.
Specimens must experience unmatched stress. Increase your effort.
I mean, it's like a rank 4 with like 1 mod on it. This Xoris really seems like it could be quite the strong weapon in the arsenal here. Okay,
You
that's
failed
fine.
to maintain efficiency. The data generated is null and void.
Yeah, this Bratton is just such a pain. It's not good enough to really bring the pain, so dropping everybody just takes forever, so getting the affinity on it is a real slog. But the Xoris got some good ranks there. Up to 8. Let's go take... Ooh, what does that mean?
They are not as encrypted.
Oh yeah, I did pick up some platinum. So let's go jump back over to the Golem on Eris. Knock out the Jordas Golem again. I'm sure it's going to play just like it did in the Jordas Precept. That's my guess.
The column's stirring. It knows you are here. I can feel it wake. Find it.
Quick battery swap here. As we get attacked. Let's get out of that. Go find the Golem. Sure. We can just zip through here. Again,
The
no real...
Ferliac pods. Is that it? I really thought you would have more. Have you been using them?
What? No. A few, but you said...
That is not enough for him. You are just like all the others. You won't kill the golem. I don't want you to.
Multiple targets ahead.
Jordas, calm yourself. Cephalon to Cephalon, we are here to help.
Feel that? The golem. He's coming. Get into position.
I am beginning to have a terrible feeling. Some doubts about this mission.
Oh, good thing I have a Bratton.
The golem is here. I am sorry, operator.
What have I got you into? What have I got you into?
Wonderful Ferliac. Wonderful Ferliac.
Okay.
Operator, hull integrity is failing. This is all my fault. Operator, I am detecting a much larger infested life form. Much larger. Wait, this is a trap?
I am a Cephalon. I serve my...
I am their voice.
All right. Yep. So it's identical to the Jordas Precept Golem fight we literally just did. Maybe there's something that's farmable on this if they consider this to be a boss fight. Maybe that's the reason it's open.
Get out of there!
Please be dead.
Wow.
Told you.
Adding that heat mod really
Please.
adding some much better damage, much faster.
I can't control.
Be nice to get some more mods to pump the damage output on this weapon up even greater. But I'm not mad with, gaining 50% over where it was hitting the last time I did this.
About Precept 44. I am not the only one. They made me say that to be sure. There are so many more.
Yep. And yes, there is a missile barrage ability on this that I could pull to block things that are coming at me, but I want to save the energy for popping the damage boost. I guess it's close enough, who cares?
What's fixing freebie?
Any second now. There it is.
Thank you, operator.
What would I have done if I had lost you?
Then somewhere floating around in the middle here is where the extraction point is.
Target down. Assassination contract complete. Great work, Tenno.
Atlas. Okay. So the Atlas parts are farmable here. And we already got the blueprint from doing that. So this you play to farm Atlas, it appears. So what we are going to do now is we are going to jump out of that. And we are going to jump over to our railjack. See if we can make a little more progress around Earth Proxima. Like I said, when I was doing this, I wasn't thinking about it because I was just farming for XP to get some level ups, and I did end up doing some additional missions that I hadn't done yet. So I've completed Silver Strait, Iota Temple, and the Ogle Cluster. I have not done Korm's Belt. I do not want to try this solo. I don't have a full crew yet. Otherwise, I guess that I could. But I would rather, I guess, just attempt to see if I can find a squad. If I can, great. If not, I guess I'll just deal with this as best as I can and see if I can get through it.
Crew, dive for housekeeping. Take out the Grenier Pulse turbine and any resistance you encounter. Send a message. Multiple bogies. Man the guns.
Okay. So I think I can get the crew up here close enough that hopefully somebody will hop out, and then I can just stay on the ship and deal
Enemy
with...
pilots are panicking. Keep it up.
Yep, that's perfect.
Pulse turbine. Reinforcing enemy units. Who is going in?
Awesome.
Crew ship captured. Tenno in the saddle.
Alright, so we took over one of their cruise ships.
Alert. Enemy cruise ship has translated into the sector.
Okay, I'm looking. I don't see it. Got some activity over here.
fire.
So far, so good. I can no longer see the health pool on that thing.
They have launched fires. Cruise ship reactor
Perfect.
detonated. Pretty.
Sit still so they can reboard. Well done. Oberon. Looks like that might be a frame that you can get parts to craft from doing railjack, because that's the second Oberon part I've gotten now, and the first one I got from doing this, so maybe there's other frames you can get from different areas and different specific missions as well, too. I have no idea. Okay, so nothing is beeping up here, so I guess I have done Bendar Cluster. Alright, so Earth Proxima appears to be completed. I don't know. Is it Veil Proxima? Can you even jump straight into these? Looks like no. So there's got to be an obvious, maybe Venus would be next. Yeah, that would make sense. Okay. Since there's 2 open squads, so maybe I got pulled into somebody's and help fill out their crew. That would be awesome. Yeah, railjack is fun. Once you have enough people, and it's people that, you know, not that you can't succeed your first time doing it. The first time I played one, I had no problem. Huh. Looks like I'm piloting again.
On scope. Clear the crew. Leave the ship for salvage.
If those looters want to fight, we'll give them one. Engage.
Crew. Disable priority targets before hitting that capital ship.
Arm the warheads. Fire full salvo. Take them down.
Looks like they have some little shield blocks up. Some of these.
Marines, charge personal shields and get to your ram sleds.
Intruder alert. Full squad. Small arms. I want those amateurs off my ship. We have a fire.
Torpedoes locked. Target in range. Firing.
Break these security nodes.
Our forces need support. Launch another cruise ship.
Cruise ship reinforcement has arrived.
Okay.
torpedoes armed and dispatched now.
These little ships in here are pretty squishy on their team. It's a cruise ship. Not 100% sure how or why those cruise ships sometimes, maybe it's multi-phase, like first you stop them and then they're, you know, able to be blown up. I honestly have no clue. That I have yet to figure out. Okay, cruise ship's back up. So we're attacking it again.
Stand by to salvage your remains.
Shelves the bloodlust. Borders repelled. Back to work.
Yeah, somebody over there, I think, trying to discern the same thing I'm trying to discern. How do we actually destroy it? Taking down their shields, no problem. Actually destroying them is the part that seems problematic.
Let's soften them up. Torpedoes. Fire at will.
Yeah, I really have no idea how to get rid of those things. Cruise ship sabotaged. Okay. Ah, so somebody has to maybe get on it, or it's an arc wing section. Not entirely certain. That's okay. I'm just gonna sit here. Make sure we don't blow up here. Looks like somebody's getting close.
I want torpedoes armed and dispatched now.
Priority targets
There we go.
neutralized. Next up, capital ship.
I'm going to stay on the railjack and deal with any bogeys.
Firing.
Tenno is in. Locking. Sending away crew. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Mark. Handing off to Tenno Coordinator Lotus. See you on the other side.
Helmets on. Shields up. And exterminate those Tenno rats. Move.
Get it, Titania, get it. Beautiful. All right, back onto the ship. Railjack is so different than anything else in this game. It's very enjoyable. Though, I definitely see why it's probably not for everybody.
Notifying scavenger crew. The locals set
I think
their
it's fun.
flags.
Volatile, Railjack, okay. So yeah, I don't want to burn through all of these. Obviously, there's plenty of mission nodes and plenty of part grinding to do, but I am going to leave the Railjack. I'm going to return to the dojo. Yes. Nice. Getting a lot of parts. In the next video, where we're going to pick up is we're going to check out the Ropalalist. With any luck, we'll have that Alad V coordinate. And I think I might try to see if I can unlock some of these Riven mods. I have a couple that seem relatively straightforward and easy enough. But then I've got some that what they want you to do, it's not that it's complicated. It's just that it would be a bit tricky. Like headshot kills while sliding and stuff like that. And then I have a few that I just don't know exactly what the things are. I know one or two of them somebody mentioned in the comments. I'll have to go back and reread it and find it somewhere in the middle of the comments. But like Dargans or something like that and some other kind of turret. But either way, we've got a few things to focus down on. And before I call it a day, I do also want to double check. I want to see the Oberon parts I've picked up from running Railjacks now. Oberon. It could be a dupe. Nope, we've got neuroptics and systems. So just the chassis. And we'll grab the print. Don't know what that frame is about at all. But yeah. Making good progress here, guys. Making good progress. So that was pretty productive, and I know what I want to do next time we jump in. Main thing is kind of just hinging on that Alad V coordinate, which I'm hoping that I'm going to have a message in my inbox very soon about it. That would be wonderful. And then we'll check out the Ropalalist. We'll knock out another one of the daily sorties for Nora. And we will resume our Necromech part grinding as well. So yeah, guys, that is going to do it for today. Relatively short and sweet. Had a lot of fun, and we'll get some good work done before our next story mission venture. But as always, I appreciate you checking in, and we will catch you on the next one.